Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And as we go into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the holiday season, for us divers, we're looking for some good deals on some spear guns, gloves, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to be going over a handful of deals from sites that you may have, or you probably have heard about, and sites that you may not have, and other brands that you may not have seen. So I'm going to be going through those, but just so you know, during the video, my webcam stopped working. So you don't really need to see me to get the deals. So let's get on with the deals. Starting off, Spear America, a prominent brand in the spearfishing community, but I really want to highlight just some of their discounts for Black Friday. So you get 20% off online and in store. Ends on Cyber Monday, so that's important. Some of these deals that go on for beyond Friday to Monday. This one is only to Monday. There's 20% off except on already discounted Black Friday items. Garmin, Guardian, electronics, dive watches, Mori, slip tips, I believe, and then free diving classes. Doorbusters, 30% off, 2.2 pound pearl glass coated weights. Pretty much if you need them, go for it. 25% off all Picasso spear guns. One of my personal favorites. I haven't used one in the water, but from what I've observed and kind of what I've played with in the store, the carbon rail, I think it's their is essentially like a Pathos carbon laser. It's similar to that, but anyway, 25% off online in store. So 25% off all Picasso fiberglass blades. Great option there. Buy one get one free. Spear Pro Oceanus spear gun, or pole spears. So it's buy one get one free. This is the same deal they had last year. A great buy if you want to get into the sport and you want to bring a buddy with you. Buy one get one free. Spear Pro War Spears. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but check that out. Spear Pro Deluxe backpack, $69. Free diving backpack, $49. And as I go through here, instead of reading every single one, you could check it out yourself. I'm gonna link all of the products in the description, or the pages for the products and the websites in the description as well. So check it out. So there's Spear America. Next up, we have Lost Winds, also a somewhat local shop. And you could explore their deals. They range anywhere from 10% off to 15 or 50% off. And as it loads, so you don't need to use any discount code. The sale ends on the 27th at midnight, essentially. And the 50% off the products, you won't have to go through, but I've checked it already. It's primarily their apparel, so just keep that in mind. I know for their 20% off, they have some Pathos spear guns, 30, 40, and 10. So feel free to explore. They have it organized. I think this page does it the best. Just go through each little bucket and then explore their 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50% off deals. A couple deals I want to highlight. Me personally, I think the Riffe stable is, for shore diving, I think one of the best. Essentially, I know some people like the Simple J, but when you're shore diving in rougher conditions, having the Riffe stable is actually really, really nice. It just helps clear out the water and kind of regulate that water coming in or potentially coming in. But they have a ton of other products, and again, these automatically apply at checkout, so you can compare prices there. So this is Lost Winds. Again, I will put a link in the description of the website, and then where I think you should go first. Like, I'm going to recommend this page because you can kind of navigate between 10 up to 50% off sections. Next, we have Nautilius. I believe these guys are out of Florida. I'm not entirely sure, but also another pretty big brand that has been around. They have a 15% off sale. And also most orders over $499 will have that 15% off, and you can get free shipping. So you can click on this banner, this blue banner here, to learn more about the shipping. But go ahead and explore their site. They have a Black Friday code. And then you can put in your products. I've tested the code, it does work, and just input the code upon in your cart, and you can see the breakdown of the cost there. So another site to explore when browsing for deals. Nautilus. Next, we have Mako. I know for a lot of people that Mako is a direct-to-consumer brand, and it comes with love, hate from the spearfishing community, I would say. But regardless, I think it's worth a shout out. They've been in the business for a long time, and for what I could tell, they do make some decent products. And just being aware of some bigger players in the market like Mako, and they've been around. One of my dive buddy K's first spear guns was from Mako, so I think they definitely provide great value for what they offer. But nevertheless, they have a Black Friday sale, as you can see here. Starts Wednesday, which was yesterday or 2 days ago now, or yesterday, and then ends on the 2nd of December. So you could explore. There's plenty of products here. I think almost everything on their store is discounted for Black Friday. I mean, sell everything from wetsuits, spear guns, weight belts, dive knives. You can get essentially rigged up here from head to toe and get ready to spearfish. They have this Titan Elite spear gun, open muzzle with an open track. This is more or less like a great entry level pipe gun, similar classes like the Pathos Laser Pros, the what's equivalent to that, like the Picasso. Not the carbon rail, but the not carbon version of that gun. But a kind of entry level spear gun. That's what it's competing with. And for that price, that's pretty amazing. But anyway, I explore Mako. They do have some great products here. And you could do some cross shopping with the other brands you see. And transitioning from direct to consumer to more or less a more established brand in the space, Riffe. Speargun.com. Again, I will put a link in the description for what they have. But we have 20% off site-wide. You use Black Cyber 2023 at checkout, and then you'll get 20% off your order. So that's pretty simple. They have great wood guns, the Euro. I know the Marauder just came out for you guys that go out for larger game fish, and yeah, wetsuits, apparel. I mentioned the Riffe Stable earlier, their snorkel, which I love. I've used Riffe knives for the longest time up until recently. And just swapped out for a Spear Pro just because the Riffe one, I used it for about 6 years, and it served me great, but it was just time for a change. They have gloves. They have the whole 9 yards. So check them out, Riffe. They have 20% off their entire store. Check them out. Next, we have Florida Freedivers. So up to 85% off. I assume most of those are probably apparel, but nevertheless, this comes up when I do my spearfishing search. So I just wanted to shout them out. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with the brand. However, they do have some killer deals, it looks like. And oh, perfect. Here's some crazy doorbusters. Cressy dive knife, $10. Can't even go wrong with that. Florida mesh bag, $20. These are some crazy deals. Even if you need a backup, like for example, if you already have a knife and you just want a backup for $10, really tough to beat. The mesh bag is super versatile. Put your wet things in there, and just any sort of mesh bag type material, you're gonna want that to get the airflow in to not build up any unwanted smells. But they do have some great deals from at a glance, but you check them out, and you can cross shop. But like here, plastic fins, SEAC plastic fins for $67 is solid. But check them out, cross shop with all the other brands that I mentioned, but Florida Freedivers is one. And now switching to the other coast, Blue Tuna Spearfishing. I believe they're based out of I think it's Santa Barbara, but I'm not entirely sure. But they're definitely on the West Coast, from my knowledge. Blue Tuna Spearfishing, they are having a Black Friday sale up to 50% off. It expires on the 27th of November, so pretty soon. They have free shipping on orders over $100. And let's see, gift cards. They have all sorts of stuff, but check them out. Up to 50% off. They have a bunch of things on sale, like for example, these gloves, 10.50 or save 10.50, $25. Some booties, $20. But check them out. They have their own brand. So the Blue Tuna brand, and I believe they carry some other brands as well. But nevertheless, check them out. Blue Tuna Spearfishing, also having a sale. Staying with the West Coast, I believe Oceanside is where they're based out of, but JBL, for those of you that started spearfishing and kind of went to Sport Chalet when Sport Chalet was around, JBL was the brand that you wanted. JBL and Riffe, those two were the ones that were always on the shelves, whether it be the tiny little entry-level pipe gun to the wood guns. They had usually JBL and Riffe next to each other. But that's just my personal memory, and from other Spearos that started way back in the day. Typically, that's how you got you started. Now we have all these great local stores like Lost Winds, Spear America to really help us through. But I think in the past it was typically Sport Chalet. Anyway, JBL has some great sales. They have, let me get to their Black Friday page. Oh, here we go. 20% off site wide. So pretty simple, similar to Riffe actually in terms of sale. Look at these awesome fins they have. But explore, check them out. They have anywhere from like pole spears, pipe guns, wetsuits, snorkels, the whole 9 yards again. But 20% off the entire store. Check them out. Next we have Beuchat, but I believe if you want to order, it's in euros. Not exactly sure how it goes, but they have up to 30% off on the store. So take a look. Yeah, again, it's in euros, so I'm not entirely sure how that would work in terms of do you have to pay a conversion fee? Do you have to pay conversion fee? Do you have to ship it from Europe? How does that work? Do they have distributors here? I'm not entirely sure, but it came up on my search for searching up Spearfishing Deals. So they do have they have some sort of Black Friday type deal going on from Beuchat. The last one I wanted to mention, and I'm sure most of you have probably shopped already on this site, but obviously Amazon, they have some great deals. They make it pretty easy. More or less, you scroll to the top left, you click Black Friday deals, and then you can search, like for example here, I just have dive knife, and outside of the sponsored ones, even the sponsored ones, but there's some really great deals on some gear here. Do your own exploring dive knife. I did weight belt, or dive belt. I personally don't like these nylon ones. I believe they're nylon, but I like the rubber, especially for free diving. I know for scuba, some people like this other material, but rubber is the one I would go with. But dive belts, dive knives, booties, so dive socks. If you're not in the market for getting rigged up again, or buying a new spear gun or a new snorkel, think of things that are perishable, things that will wear and tear items. So for example, gloves, booties, technically they all are, but I guess things that are more frequent and you don't have to invest too much into getting them. I would probably stock up if you can, because you just know you're gonna run through them. So on the flip side, if you wanted to start recording underwater, obviously everyone knows GoPro. I personally use GoPro. I don't I don't think they're the best in the market. I will probably go with another one, but tried and true. Their software and integrations are all there. Obviously, their accessory support is amazing, but I don't think I need to pitch GoPro. They do plenty of marketing. But just wanted to highlight they do have a sale, so if you did want to start filming your dives, you could do that. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't need to coach everyone through Amazon, but go ahead and explore Amazon. Just to recap, we have Amazon, Spear America, Lost Winds, Nautilus, Mako, Riffe, Florida Freedivers, Blue Tuna Spearfishing, JBL, and Beuchat. And then obviously Amazon for pretty much everything. One thing I wanted to highlight is if you can get a pretty good deal on a insulated water bottle like this, I would recommend getting one. Either you can buy one from Amazon or anywhere for that matter. I think it's great, especially when you need to create like the lube to get into your wetsuit. Especially on these colder nights, I used to not care as much, but it is nice to have when you put hot water into these type of thermoses, and then you mix your lube and then you put it into your wetsuit. It is much nicer, and especially if you need quite a long way to drive to get to your spot, this will keep the water warm. But nevertheless, happy shopping, Black Friday. Some of these deals don't last long, so take advantage. And if you can, try to support your local spearfishing shop by shopping there. But I understand if you get a better deal somewhere else, it is what it is. But thank you for watching. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you on the next one.